Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back. So I've seen a growing number of comments lately asking about Nexomon 3 and something to the effect of what happened to it, or is it still coming, or when is it coming, etc. Now, while I don't have the answer to that last question, I can provide context for the others. Okay, so what's Nexomon 3? Well, Nexomon 3 is obviously going to be the third major installment in the Nexomon franchise and will be a continuation of the second title that came out in 2020, dubbed Nexomon Extinction. That being said, we don't have a crazy amount of information about this game, but we do know that at the very least, the game takes place hundreds of years later after the events of Extinction, and that both Vados and the player character from Nexomon Extinction should be making an appearance. The game will also be a 3D open world RPG with a more complex battle system than in previous games and multi-battle combat. It also seems that there will be mounts for world traversal as well, so that's pretty neat. What I've been showing you on screen are the only in-game footage / screenshots we've received thus far, and it's been a while since. That being said, and it's pretty easy to overlook this if you're not really paying attention to the weekly Monster Tamer news segment, but the developers have actually been updating the community, but not really with anything too meaty like a gameplay trailer or in-game footage or anything like that, but they have been showing off concept arts for upcoming Nexomon pretty much once a week, so we know the game is still in development and things are still progressing. Furthermore, Nexomon is a franchise that has released games in the past, so this isn't a case of someone commissioning a bunch of art and not actually knowing how to develop a game. They have a history. Typically, a Nexomon game has released every 3 years since Micromon, the sort of Nexomon precursor, which released in 2014. Then in 2017, we saw the release of Nexomon 1. Then in 2020, we saw the release of Nexomon Extinction, but that trend has broken this time since this game is a completely new and different undertaking for the developers. My best assumption is that the game, at the bare minimum, will not be dropping until 2025, but I wouldn't even be surprised to see a 2026 launch either. Now, I could definitely be wrong, as they kind of revealed Extinction and then launched it like a month or two later, if I'm not mistaken, so the studio definitely could be a lot further on than what we're seeing with public footage, but nevertheless, we will not know that until we get more information. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I showed every new Nexomon so far while I was talking about what happened with the project, which, I mean, nothing happened, it's still kicking. And I provided an estimate for launch. Realistically, it's less of an educated guess and more of just a guess. If you want to stay up to date on Nexomon 3 or just monster taming games in general, this is going to be your #1 place to be. I put out monster taming news, reviews, guides, breakdowns, etc. You can also check out my Twitter, Discord, Patreon, and channel memberships linked below, and special thanks to our supporters, especially Jim Hamilton, Dro Ghost, Candy Morency, TragSoft, and Nemo. And I'll see you next time. Peace.